today we'll start what is meant by Linux bash scripting. Let's click on this. So generally in Linux, we seen so far the directly we seen so far the user commands, right? Now today we'll discuss about what is meant by scripting. Actually, scripting is nothing but it's a programming. Scripting is nothing but it's a programming. I'll tell you what is this one very clearly. Scripting is nothing but a programming. So actually scripting will comes under programming. We are working with the environment. We are working with the environment. Okay. So what is meant by environment here is I'm working with the some different types of protocol in programming. Protocol in C programming, and I'm converting into Linux scripting form. Linux bash scripting forms. Remember this. So generally, if someone don't know what is meant by scripting, here is scripting nothing but it's a programming, it's an environment. So we are working with some programming language into scripting formations. Okay. So now in this case of scenario, we need to learn some basics. What kind of basics here is? So we'll go for the basics. For the beginners. For beginners, I'll tell you first one is we need to know what is meant by value. Second one is what is meant by variable. And third one is we are working with the conditional statements. And fourth one is we are working with data types, and fifth one is we are working with functions. Okay, and sixth one is we are working with storage allocations. Okay, so we'll discuss what is these things now. Okay, so these are very, very important for your scripting language. Okay, the first one is we are working with the value. What is the value here? Value is nothing but we are working with the real numbers. Value is nothing but we are working with the real numbers. Real numbers are natural numbers. Like, so I'm going with example 1, 2, 3, 4, up to so on n. These are the real numbers or natural numbers. Okay, so these are the values. Okay, now next coming to second one is variables. Variables is nothing but it's a variable means assigning the values variables in variables. Assigning the values in variables. Okay, how can you assign the values and variables? So now I'm assigning some value. What kind of value? Suppose a equals to 10, b equals to 20, c equals to 30. Okay, so values is nothing but we are assigning some values in a variables. Okay, so this is a value, this is a variable, this is a value, this is a variable, this is a value. So this is the value, this is the variable, this is the variable. A is the variable and 10 is the value. So here in A, I'm storing 10 value. Okay, so by using assignment, okay, so here we need to learn one more thing. Seventh one is operators. You need to learn something operators. Okay, so here I'm working with the values So I'm working with the real numbers or natural numbers, that is comes in a value. But variables, I want to assign the I am assigning the value into variables. This is a variable I'm assigning to the value. Okay, I'm assigning to the value. Okay, that's fine. This is comes under the variables. Now the next concept is we are working with the conditional statements. Very, very important. Conditional statements. Conditional statements. What is meant by conditional statements here is, so we have for loop. Second one is while. Third one is do while. Next, fourth one is if condition. If else condition. Okay, so we have some values. These are the different types of values. So these are the different types of conditional statements. So I want to tell you what is meant by for loop, while loop, do while loop, if condition, if else condition. Okay, so now I'm going with the for loop. So in for loop, generally what we are doing is we are going with the for. Okay, for I'm just writing conditions. I equals to 0. I less than equals to n. I plus plus. Or I minus. I minus. Okay, so now I'm opening the brace. Okay, I'm writing the body of the statement. Okay, I'm closing the brace. Okay, this is about the for loop concept. Next, second one is while loop. While condition. Okay, in while condition, we are writing like this. While I'm going with the condition. Okay, I'm opening the condition. I'm writing some body of the statement. Okay, and I'm closing the condition. Next, third one is we are working with do while. While. So in this do, I'm opening the brace. Okay, I'm writing the body of the statement. Okay, then I'm closing this brace. I'm writing condition here. While condition and closing the brace. Okay, so this is all about the do while condition. Next, fourth one is we are working with if condition. If condition is nothing but if I'm writing some condition. Okay, I'm opening the brace. I'm writing some body of the statement. Okay, and I'm closing this condition. Okay, this is comes under the if condition. Next, last one is if else condition. Now, fifth one is I'm working with if else condition. Okay, if condition, I'm opening the brace. I'm writing the body of the statement. I'm closing this. So next I'm going with else condition. Okay, if the condition is true here, suppose if the condition is true here, it will directly execute the data. Execute the data. Okay, if the condition is false, suppose if the condition is false here, suppose if the condition is false here, then it will go to the else statement. Else statement. Else statement. Else statement. Okay, so I'm going with else. I'm writing again the condition. I'm writing the again body of the statement. Body of the statement. Body of the statement. I'm closing this and I'm closing this body. Okay, so actually what happens, I need to satisfy if it is true, it will execute the data. If it is false, I can go with the else statement. Okay, so if it is true, this body will be executed. If it is false, it will comes to this one. Okay, so this comes under the conditional statements. Okay, so the next one is we are working with data types. Fourth one, I'm working with the data types. I'm working with the data types. What is the data types here? Data types is nothing but storing the bytes and bits. Bytes and bits. Okay. So here, what is the data types are here is int, comma float, comma char, comma double, comma long int, okay, long short, like this. We have some different types of data bytes. Okay, so int can creates, see here, int can creates 2 bytes. Int can creates 2 bytes. Okay, coming to float, so int can takes like this. Example 1, 2, 3, up to so on n. Okay, now coming to float. Float is nothing but it will take 4 bytes. 4 bytes. Example, I'm going with 1.2, 1.3, 2.2, 2.2. These are the floating numbers. Okay, 2.2, 2.4.4333 like this. Okay, these are floating numbers. Coming to characters. In characters, it will take a size of memory that is 8 bytes. 8 bytes. Like example, I'm going with A, B, C, D, up to so on, D, up to so on, n characters. Okay, so these are the characters. Next, we are going with the next one is double. Double stands for it will take 16 bytes. 16 bytes. It will take 16 bytes. Okay, so I can go with so we don't have any example for double. Okay, it will take integer only. It will take 16 bytes. Next, coming to long int. Long int will take 32 bytes. 32 bytes. And coming to short int, it will take 20 bytes. 20 bytes. It will take 20 bytes. So coming to double, it will take 20 bytes. Okay, so these are some different types of data types. Okay, so data types is nothing but it's very important, guys, for your programming. Int, float, char, double, long int, short int. Okay, now let's go with the functions. Next, let's go with the functions. Fifth one is functions. Functions is nothing but calling itself an object or classes is called functions. Okay, example, I'm going with the main is a function for your programming method. Okay, without main there is no program. Okay, without main there is no program. Okay, so these are the functions. Next, storage allocations. Sixth one is storage allocations. Storage allocations is nothing but storing the data into database. Okay, so whatever you're writing some programming, that will store into database. Okay, that is comes under storage allocations. Is called storage allocations. Okay, next, seventh one is operators. So in this operators we have nearly, first one is arithmetic operators. Second one is relational operators. Next, third one is bitwise operators. Next, fourth one is sequential operators. Fifth one is special operators. Okay, so like this we have some different types of operators. In arithmetic operators we are using plus, comma, minus, comma, into. Okay, so next, comma, divided by. Like this we can use arithmetic operators. Okay, so the arithmetic operators are very, very important for your coding. Okay, I'm using arithmetic operators only. Okay, now, so these are the operators, guys. So what here in this case of scenario, I want to tell you the introduction part of bash scripting. The bash scripting is nothing but a shell scripting. Okay, we are working with a shell scripting. Okay, so we are working with some different types of scripts, like whatever we are using, like this. So we are using values, variables, conditional statements, data types, functions, storage, and operators. These are some basic operators. These are some basic components which I want to write the programming language. Okay, I want to write some programming language. In shell scripting, we are using some requirements. Okay, what kind of requirements here is, we are using software version. So the system is Linux. So we are working with the Ubuntu, and we are working with the bash shell. And so we are using sudo command. By using sudo command, I want to work with the scripting part, like dollar or root. So I told you, right, how to change the dollar to root, right? So I sudo su -. Okay, so these are the privileged users. So we are working with the users currently. Okay,